Okay, welcome back to part 2 of Save the Light. Last time we ran a whole bunch of errands around town, and now we are just entering the Beach City Woods with our crew of Stephen, Connie, Greg, and Amethyst. But I believe, because I've played this game a lot, I have this sneaking suspicion that we are about to acquire a new party member. Oop, hang on. I need to actually, like, get back in the game. So I'm going to show you that right there. Actually, not that specific one, but so I'm going to point out one of the... Oh. Nope, this isn't it. So this right here, I'm about to point out one of the biggest bullshit secrets in the entire game. Because if you are hoping to 100% this game, as I did... Oh, nope, it's not in this area just yet. Oh no, they're chopping down all the trees. Not Mother Nature!
Whoa!
Whoa! Things get a little tougher in the forest, as you would expect. Let's do this a little.
This one's just a tribute.
Excellent. Oh. When you see an enemy do that hourglass thing, that means they are preparing an attack, and it is fairly important that you stop them. Positioning is just a little off. Did I see Toby Fox's long post about Deltarune? Indeed I did. But we're not going to talk about... Let's not talk about Deltarune spoilers here. Oops, too early. Messed that up. But yeah, we are in for a long wait for a follow-up to Deltarune, unfortunately. That's kind of the long and the short of Toby Fox's thing. Yeah, we'll just let that hit. Oh, no! Oh, no! I was not expecting that. Yeah, there are a lot of secrets in the forest that are very hard to find. You got a light dew. One of the constructs dropped it. It's light and dewy. That was weird. What was that? I don't know, eventually it'll come in handy-dandy. Yeah, it's like there are a lot of secrets in the woods that are really hard to find, like this one.
Secrets!
You know? Where it's just, you know, like...
Burrito!
Sluggish regen badge. Very slowly regens health at all times. It's slow. It's like another... one of the glow sticks. Another is there is one specific tree somewhere in the woods where you have to slam into it with Steven. And it drops an item, and that's one of the other secrets in this game, in this area. And so 100%ing the woods is very frustrating. It's one of the more frustrating aspects of the game. Onion, what are you doing here? People are talking about how, oh, are those, like, for sale? Cool. So yeah, Onion is the roaming shopkeep. He is very much like the merchant in RE4, and just like the merchant in RE4, it's completely inexplicable how he keeps showing up. It's kind of great. I don't really need any of this, because I'm a baller. People are talking about whether which they prefer, the combat in Attack the Light or Save the Light. Yeah, it is a fair point. Like,
What am I gonna pick?
Damn it. There is something to be said for, like, the elegance of the Save the Lights. Okay, we need to heal.
How about...
There's something to be said for the, elegance of it in Attack the Light. What do you mean completely inexplicable? It's Onion. That's more explanation. What more explanation do you need? Excellent point.
I choose you.
But anyway, what was I saying? There is something to be said for, like, the simplicity of how the how the combat works in Attack the Light. But personally, I prefer Save the Light just because, like I said, it's like, people are saying that, like, timers stress them out. Like, they don't like those. Like, those can be annoying, but they work. I personally, I like working with the timers because, like, I'm just used to, like, the JRPG DNA of that. You know, it's like manning the, like, figuring out all the timers in Final Fantasy VII, or timing action commands in Paper Mario. It all works. It all works. That's what I'm getting at. Let's see. How do we want to do this? It's like this is we're completely surrounded, which is which is less than ideal.
For you.
Means Amethyst is not very good in this situation, and it also means that we can't use a positioning. Can't use our positioning to take advantage of the shield guy. This is all just kind of terrible.
Hooray for Connie!
Plus, I gotta be honest, the big reason why I prefer this game is just being able to pick your party is so much fun. Like, I like being able to say, it's like, hey, Greg, come on this wild and crazy adventure with us.
No way!
Alright,
Hey! Wow, you're doing great!
yeah, let's build up the... There we go.
I believe in you. I've got just the thing.
Yeah, we can afford to use some items. This kind of fight maximizes Greg's AoE. It can, I don't know, everyone... I didn't use it here because I thought everybody looked just a little too far away for Greg. So I wasn't ready to gamble on that actually working. Maybe it would have, and this all would have been much simpler, but whatever. Battle's nearly over now anyway, so it doesn't very much matter. Excellent. But yeah, if Greg is completely surrounded by enemies, that is exactly where he wants to be for his AoE attack. If you get everything sorted out correctly, that is. Or you can just let Connie destroy everything, because she is badass. And we're gonna let Steven get the killing blow. got it together, breakfast. And the light dew. Woohoo, more level ups.
Hey, it's my page.
Here's your page. So we're definitely gonna get this.
I feel so upgraded.
Which we'll cease using soon enough once we level up to the point where items are redundant.
Connie Maheshwaran, at your service.
Yep, that's as far as we can go with that. I'm gonna save this last point to level up teamwork later on.
Oh, I didn't expect this.
I'm a dad first, adventurer a distant second.
Oh, Greg, you're fine. Let's see. Yeah, you can't make Starfruit irrelevant. That's a good point. Let's see. We're gonna do this, I think.
Still got it.
Bawakunga! Just getting stronger. No big deal.
No big deal. Whip attack area increases by 25% in size. That's a very good point. It's a very good one. What was the other important one? Don't mind me, that's kind of important. Oh yeah, I think that's just from... Oh yeah, it's a weapon. I was trying to remember. Later on in the game, Amethyst gets an ability that she does half damage to people who are even outside her damage cone. And I'm just remembering that that's from her whip, not from any level up thing. Anyway, where were we? We were here. We were exploring. Yeah, Starfruit will always be relevant. Something about this sprout sure does seem vaguely magical and mysterious.
Ooh, I know.
So let's use the vaguely magical and mysterious thing. Ooh. That's good, right? Looks like it. Let's find another one.
I've got just the thing. What am I gonna pick? Maybe this?
Why is Amethyst level over 9,000? All of the gems have a level over 9,000. The humans start at level 1. The gems all start at level 9,001. Because their level is over 9,000! What? 9,000? It is entirely for the meme. Oops.
What am I gonna pick? What am I gonna pick? Guys, how about this?
Ah. And it was the same in Attack-a-Light as well, exactly. All the gems start level 9,001 instead of level 1. Because they're 5,000 years old and badass, they're not level 1. Are you kidding me? Of course they're not level 1 adventurers. Actually, let's do this. Let's cancel out. Let that guy pick up the shield. And still can't get all of them. Okay. Yeah, Attack the Light is interesting too because Attack the Light came out so long ago, Steven wasn't a fighter. Like, in Attack the Light, it was Attack the Light, the combat was much simpler. Basically, yeah, every character basically only did one thing. Pearl was the weak attack, Garnet was the strong attack, Amethyst was the AoE attack, and Steven just carried around his cheeseburger backpack and used items. That was it. You know, and he gave bubbles to people too. But, like, you know, he wasn't a fighter. He had no fighting moves because, you know, that game came out in Season 1 before Steven had really learned how to use any of his powers. So on top of being So on top of being like a neat little game, Attack the Light is also just like a fun little time capsule of Steven's character development. And his proficiency with his powers. Oops. Oh well. I'm stuttering from time to time and it's screwing up my timing. Oh well. It happens. Ta-da! When Garnet gets poofed to Attack the Light, her gems are still garnet colored, not ruby and sapphire colored. Yeah, that's interesting because it came out before before that reveal. In this game, they are ruby and sapphire colored, as is appropriate if she gets downed. If she gets downed, which is very hard to do because Garnet is a badass, and it's hard to down her. So this is Chroma. We later on in the game we will be using Chroma to level up our weapons for buffs of various usefulness. This is another area of the game that is not great, to be perfectly honest, because you have to backtrack a lot to get enough Chroma to upgrade all of your weapons. And like in particular, like orange and yellow Chroma are very rare. And so if you're in a party with, say you're in a party with Greg and Pearl, which is not that unusual because they're both very good, they were two of my favorite characters. You know, they both have weapons that use orange chroma. And so, you'll have to spend a lot of time backtracking to get enough, stuff for them. Attack badge. Increase attack by 2. Yeah, we'll equip that right away. I always do that. I always forget that that's not how you use badges.
Ooh, shiny.
This'll make me one rad dad.
So equipped.
Yeah, finding enough gold chroma is stupid. Because, like, because there's not much of it in the world, and there are a lot of characters who use it, and so it's, and so the result is a lot of just, and, like, the chroma, resets, like, every half hour or an hour, I think, like, in real time. So you kind of just have to, like, whoops, sorry, little guy, and that's the whole shoving people off the cliff that I mentioned. Yeah, it's like, so it's like you end up with, like, and I will hopefully not be doing this on stream. I might, like, do it off stream and then, like, just come back with leveled up weapons, depending on how long this Let's Play ends up taking. But, yeah, you will end up just finding this route of, you know, get the yellow chroma by the barn, get the yellow chroma in the battlefield. And you will just do that a dozen times until you get enough to level everybody up. And what they really should have done is just... And, like, if that's not necessary for all of the chromas either. Like, we will get more than enough green chroma without even trying, I guarantee it. You know, but some of them will just... It will just be... Shield schematic number 1. A schematic that can enhance your weapons. You'll need to find a special location to use it. You know, that some of them is just very annoying. So yeah, here's the chroma, and as you can see, we already have 5 green chroma and 0 of everything else. This first schematic of Steven's requires 3 blue and 2 violet, I believe. Yeah, it's violet instead of indigo. 2 violets.
What am I gonna pick? What am I gonna pick?
Whoop! Whoa! Whoa! Up! Okay. Well. Wasn't this an episode Steven uncontrollably floats away? Yeah, this was an episode. This is a weird Skyrim mod. Yes. That can happen sometimes. Like I said, this game's a little buggy. You just kind of have to roll with it.
Can't stop now.
I did try to swap and it didn't work. I tried pressing the buttons and nothing happened. I think because we were still in kind of a weird cutscene mode with Steven talking to people. Let's double check.
I know I put it in here somewhere.
And yeah, it did save. That's the good thing though, is that like when you save and quit like that, it does save all of your progress. So very rarely will resetting the game actually set you back any. But it's still a little annoying. Okay, so this is another annoying thing, is that like you can only really tell how close you are to completing an area from this screen. By saying the warpad. So we have 7 secrets. There is 1 light Steven, which I think I know where that is, and 1 chest left. I think I know where both of those things are, so that's good.
What am I gonna pick? What am I gonna pick?
Oop, nope, not ready to attack you yet. So yeah, I think we have to do... Yeah, it saves frequently enough that it's rarely more than my convenience. Exactly. So, you know, it's still not good, but it's...
How about do your thing?
Well, that's actually a handy bug. In the someone's talking about in their game, they ran into a bug where one of the characters got poofed, and the final boss just kept attacking them.
Oh yeah.
Man, oh man, we're on a roll. I mean, really, who needs P and G at this point? We totally got this. I know, I would like them.
Wow.
Wow, what is this? Ooh, ooh. Yeah, ain't every day you see a big magical wall like this. What should we do now? Let's speed it up. We need to find the magical key. Hey, I think that leveled up Greg. Oh yeah, doy, that makes sense. Looks like this isn't your first rodeo, Stewball. Thanks, Dad. Yay! Excuse me. Alright, so let's... Steven, is that? Like me! My giant son! But wait, he's not a giant anymore. He's just a little guy now. Mini Steve. It's like this one's just a little glint. Come here, little white Steven. This is another interesting choice, is that, whenever you find a light Steven, we're gonna give it, yeah, we're gonna do it, give it to Connie. Whenever you find a light Steven, whichever character touches it gets a little XP boost. So, choose carefully who you want to find your light Stevens. And we have 100%ed this area. Hooray! Since Steven always ends up over-leveled naturally because he's always in the party, I rarely I always try to make sure I don't find light Stevens with Steven. But if you do find him with Steven, he gives the light Steven a little hug,
The crystal gems have
which is
left the
adorable. So I might just do that intentionally once, just for the sake of it. There is at least one light Steven in the game that you have to get with Steven, just because of the way the platforming puzzle is designed to get to him. Okay, I believe this is it. Yes, that tree is one of the most bullshit secrets in the game. I spent hours running around the forest looking for that tree, because I didn't know that that tree was a secret that counted towards 100%ing the area. Guys, look at this! I found more vaguely magical stuff. Incredible! The prism must have created this too. Wow! You really do experience some amazing stuff on your missions, kiddo. It's nice being here to share it with you. I hope you know you make your old man proud. Aw, Dad. Hey, are you hearing what I'm hearing? It sounds almost musical. That's my department. I bet this little magic wall wants to jam.
Whoa!
Whoa, Nelly! Mr. Universe, it's reacting to your guitar. Okay, well, how about some of this action? Oh, I think I messed up a bit.
I've got just the thing.
I was fat thumbing the D-pad, and so it wasn't hitting the ones I thought I was. Whoopsies. Ah, well. Got there eventually. Dad, you just solved your first magic puzzle, but not your last. Holy mackerel, I did. I was hoping I'd be useful in this crazy adventure, but I figured it'd be more like making everybody breakfast or something. A little disappointed how you thought Beach City would be a hub city that would change as the game went on. Yeah, that's true. It changes. It's like there are like a couple quests that you get at Beach City that don't really unlock until later in the game, but otherwise it is pretty static. Not a lot of changes there. And now it's time to get a new party member. First, secret.
Hello?
Secret area.
I've got just the thing.
Oh my goodness.
Steven! Everyone! Thank goodness you're all right!
Yay!
Pearl! Garnet told me what happened. Sorry about the car wash, Greg. It's okay, really. Just glad no one was hurt. And, you know, I'm rich and all, so I guess I'll just buy another one. Alright. Well, you were heading off in the right direction. Her ship went this way. Pearl, do you know that gem? Who is she? We're going to need to move fast if we have any chance of catching up with her. Wait, but...
Steven.
Steven, I need you to trust me. Sorry, Steven, I was off making out with that girl that looks like Rose. You have to tell us who she is. Okay, I trust you. Again, I mentioned this in the last part, that with bits like this, I always roleplay Steven, and Steven never asks questions, so I'm just going to trust Pearl implicitly.
Why, yes.
Thank you, Steven. Let's go, everyone. Pearl wants to join, but the party is full. Step onto the warp pad. Okay, so... So how do we want to do this? Who do we want? Do we want to let Pearl in, or are we happy with this party, do you think? And as you can see here, the humans are level 4, level 3, level 104, level 103, no, level 9004, level 9003. Let's see. I like Pearl. I like Amethyst too. I'm going to just replace Amethyst with Pearl for this bit. Partially because it's prompting me to. And the back. Alright, so first we're gonna, well, first let's give her a badge.
What's this? Oh, hello everyone.
Okay, so now I'm going to, so I'm just going to point out the two most important things on Pearl's skill tree, and it is these two right here. Surprise Strike. Pearl's basic attacks now deal 50% more damage when attacking an enemy from behind. How do you take advantage of that? With her Hollow Pearls, which we will learn about eventually once she gets those. The second one, Lucky Expert. The damage bonus of Pearl's lucky hits is now increased by 2. So Pearl does triple damage on lucky attacks instead of double damage, and she has a very high luck stat. So those are the two most important things. Oops.
I'm always ready for the fight. Hard work and dedication always pays off.
Yes, Pearl is the rogue. She specializes in attacking from behind and doing critical hits. Oh, I love this fight. This specific fight is hilarious because you can just do this. Oops, wrong target. Oh well. Oops. Those guys hit hard. You ever heard of a rogue with a spear? I don't know. I could probably make it work. Level up!
Oh, I didn't expect this.
Study greatly increases the strength of Connie's next attack. This ability stacks. So yeah, Study, one of the best moves in the game.
And Pearl.
Mr. Universe, at your service.
Oh, right.
Rock on!
Excited to be here. Oh, my training paid off.
You never say because it took too long. The trick there is to just use like bubbles or something to defend while Connie is studying.
I've got just the thing. Secrets!
More exploration. Yeah, but then that's time spent not stabbing anyone. Fair point. Another glow stick. Hard hat badge. Probably won't. Yeah, very rarely use this. Probably not going to use it because stun effects are fairly rare anyway. But it is work towards 100%ing the game, so it's worth it for that. Yay. Didn't really need to do that, but whatever. Actually, I think I missed the secret. Oh yeah, that's oh yeah, I should go back and get that. One moment. We need amethyst for this. As much as it pains me to get rid of Greg, it's time to say goodbye to Greg for the moment. We still need one light Steven, one secret or 3 secrets, and 1 chest. I believe is what that just saw. So this is Amethyst's utility. Let's see, what are we on?
What up?
Alright, badges to give her. It's useless to her. Actually, here, I'm gonna give her the XP badge because she's lower than everyone else.
Ooh, I make this look good.
And then...
Nice.
There you have that. Hoppa. Hoppa. You got that item with Steven. Double jump. Double jump crosses the gap just enough to touch. And now we need Greg back again. Dang it.
Cheeseburger backpack.
These puzzles. So yeah, we're able to just like kind of snag the item and then fall to your death. That works. Yeah. I kind of do want Pearl and Amethyst in the same party because Opal is awesome. It's the one downside to this game is that there are too many good characters. It's the downside to Steven Universe. That is actually like a legitimate downside to Steven Universe at times, is that there are so many good characters that the show doesn't have time for all of them. Like that's not even a dig necessarily at the episodes being 11 minutes long. It's just it doesn't really matter how long the episodes are. There's just isn't enough time in the day to do everybody justice. Oh yeah, that was another, Opal the second boss fight becomes ridiculously easy. Yes, it does. Stevani also helps a lot with the first boss battle. That was kind of my go-to. Like, my general strategy with the first boss was to have Pearl take out the guys who come in, the backup dancers, and then have Stevani just wreck the main boss. Oh, and we got another light, Steven.
I may be losing my hair, but the
I'm
magic's
gonna
still
hug this one just so you can see what that looks like. Aw. Isn't that cute? The strategy for the third boss was Connie. Well, yeah, that's the strategy for the third boss. Let's not even mince words. That's not just your strategy. That's the strategy. With the third boss in the battlefield, the hands down best way to deal with it is to just have Connie study, and then once the weak point is exposed, just wreck it. If you don't do it, I don't even know how you do the fight without doing that. It's ludicrously hard if you don't do it that way.
Whoa, Nelly!
Ready, Freddy?
You haven't gotten to the third boss fight yet. Okay, well, you'll see it. Well, you might not see it tonight. It'll be, it's a ways off yet. Let's see, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? Sure. That works.
I feel so upgraded.
Boom! Lucky hit, too. Nice. Now, those enemies are annoying. Take that out right away. Those little guys do a lot of damage, so they're worth taking out ASAP. Not a good thing. I can't not in a good position for that. Yeah.
Time for some tunes!
Dang it. Connie and Greg, with this strategy, end up getting a lot of combo points because, you know, because of this right here, because of what you're seeing. Three perfect hits in a row. Very nice. Ha!
Ready for action.
Connie, you're amazing.
This is Connie's protect gets a little buggy sometimes, where she winds up out of position like this. Weak point boss. Oh yeah, you just bombard her with holo pearls. Oh yeah, that's since swinging interrupts the Connie study. Oh, that helps. Bird bombs. Connie and Pearl in that fight adds a little help. Oh, that's good to know. Give Connie a big attack and defense bonus. That'd be interesting. That would interrupt the combo, though, so we're not going to do that right now. I'll keep that in mind. I'll try to do that fight. I'll try to have those two along for that fight.
Yeesh, tough crowd. This one's for you!
Boom. huge range on that. Yeah, there are a ton of moments where just like little interactions happen depending on who's in your party, and it's very nice. This game has a lot of that Steven Universe character, which is one of the highlights of it. Is that it has that universe, it has the Steven Universe feel. Like, it's a little hard to quantify things like that, but the game's got it. Hey, we 100% of this area. Excellent. Wow, I can't believe we're here again. Journeying around the world, waging epic battles. Just another day at the office for the Crystal Gems. I shall let the gang know how great they're doing. Dad, you've still got it, Connie, you're unstoppable. Pearl, you're amazing. Pearl, you are amazing.
Why, yes.
Aw, Steven, you're too sweet. The local potato boy falls to his death. Yes, indeed.
I never doubted us for a second.
Oh yeah, I've got no Pearl bias whatsoever. Actually, I don't think you can even see that well, but I have a Pearl glass right here.
Let's be careful, everyone.
I think I got the first hit. Oh. Amethyst would be really good here. I could still do this.
Wait for it.
Ugh, did not look like that was where I was going to go.
Time for some tunes!
Parachute badge was a godsend for out-of-the-way items like that. Yeah. Nice.
Connie, I've got your back.
Let's try this
Just
again.
need the perfect opening.
There we go.
Ready to rock!
Excellent. Boom. Connie's great. Love her.
This one's for that!
Increases star meter speed in battle for 10 seconds. Oh, that's handy. Actually, it's not. I've never used that item once. I've never used that item once, ever. Oh. Wrong one.
Ow!
Is that enough to stop it? No, it wasn't.
That was so good. What am I gonna pick? What am I gonna pick? Coming right up.
Try to just do as much damage to that guy as possible. Just gotta brute force your way through the shield. Without Garnet here. And the boom. Ooh. Let's see, was there a secret around here? Forgot. Yep, yeah, there was. Yep. I remember this secret took me a long time to get.
Put it in here somewhere. Cheeseburger backpack! Do your thing, thing! I've got just one thing coming right up.
I need more of these. Team attacks seem under-designed audio-wise. I can see that. I'm really hoping for, and I was honestly up. Ah, here we go. It's her. Was that always there? I wonder if Onion knew about it. Oh, I better tell the team. Yeah, like Garnet has two throw you in the air and bounce enemies multiple times ability, and Greg has a cool little song, but yeah. It all seems strangely quiet. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Yeah, one thing I am disappointed about is, guys, I saw the gem. I know where she's going. Alright, let's do it. One thing I'm a little disappointed about, and I actually low-key expected it to happen when it came out on the Switch, was the, in the PC version, they data mined dialogue from Lapis joining the party. Like, there's a whole lot, like, there is, like it is unambiguously dialogue of, like, Lapis, you know, complimenting the other teammates, and the other teammates complimenting Lapis, and just, like, it's dialogue for if Lapis had joined the party. And I was hoping that we would see that come to fruition when the game hit the Switch. Especially since the Switch came out on the the Switch version came out exactly on the 1-year anniversary of the original release. How are we doing on secrets? 5 chests, 5 secrets, and 1 light Steven. Anyway, because the game came out on the Switch exactly on the 1-year anniversary of the original release on the PlayStation 4.
Ow!
But it did not come to pass. What I was really hoping for, what I thought would be really cool, is... oh, damn it, I forgot to get Amethyst back. What I thought would be really cool is if Amethyst had... what I really want is for the Lapis and Garnet combo attack to be a reference to that moment in Reunited where she drops the barn on Blue Diamond. Like, here's exactly what I imagine, is like, Garnet jumps right into the middle of the crowd of enemies, taunts all of them at the same time, and then when they're all getting drawn in close to her, Lapis swoops in and just dunks something on their head. That would be amazing and fantastic, and I would die happy. But that's not what we got, and it's very sad. And I want Lapis in the party. Taking advantage of that backstab. You can't backstab the guys with the chains on their backs because, well, they have saws on their backs. You try to attack them from behind, you just get hurt. It's annoying. Oh, you turned your back. Fool!
Dad, you're doing it.
You still feel that Lapis, Lisa Joy says they still feel that Lapis would be way too OP. Well, Lapis holds back. I think it's pretty strongly implied that Lapis has been holding back pretty much ever since, you know, the incident with the ocean. Not to mention Malachite. Because, yeah, she doesn't want to hurt anybody. Because she's done that enough. She doesn't want to do it anymore.
Why, yes, I did earn this.
Lucky Flame. Pearl and Hollow Pearl lucky attacks now apply a burn effect to the enemy. So yeah, this is what I loved doing with Pearl, is just getting a whole bunch of Hollow Pearls on the field and just burning everything. Burn it all. The cat's looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm talking about burning everything.
I'm a dad first, adventurer a distant second.
Lucky heals.
Not too shabby.
One hit terror Larry kills every time. Well, actually, that is something that would be... I think that would actually be good. Like, I think there would be a place for that in the game. People saying that, like, Lapis would be two-hit, would just have, like, a one-hit total party kill. I actually think that wouldn't be a bad thing. Like, I'm imagining her having a 10 star point attack. So, like, you can only use it very rarely, and you have to wait a long time to use it, but it would just do a massive amount of damage to everything on the field. Because as it is, the game doesn't really have a way to do that. Like, there is no fuck this encounter, I'm too high level for this shit button. You know, like, we need... Like, there is no Ultima attack, there is no flare, if, you know, there is no flare attack, and Lapis could be the flare attack. You know, so there is a place for an OP character like that, I think. We need like 5 more dues to get that one secret that we walked past earlier, so I'm just gonna keep collecting and not worry about it. There's no Oda no Rahamu. Well, I mean, we do have the fusions. Those are kind of work like that, I suppose. Freebie badge. Small chance on every attack to make one of your abilities 0 star points for 1 use. We will certainly be giving that to Connie as soon as she gets Sword Storm. If anything, give Perry a high star point attack called Call Lapis. And it's like an airstrike. Okay, that would be kind of funny. If, like, that was one of Peridot's special attacks, is just like Call Lapis in. She just flies in, dunks water at everybody, and then leaves. That would be funny, and pretty big character too, to be honest. For all involved. Okay, and a puzzle.
Cheeseburger
Whoop,
backpack.
that's it. As soon as we're done solving this puzzle with Greg, I think we're going to get Amethyst back in here, because I miss her.
What am I gonna pick?
Alright. Alright, let's see here. It's, so it's going to be right, left, down, down, up, left, down, left, right. I believe.
Ooh, I know.
Is that it? Yep. Am I not doing it fast enough? Is that what's happening? Oh, am I missing one? Am I missing something? I might be missing something. Oh, I'm doing it in the wrong order. There it is. Amethyst shape-shifting isn't as useful as it could be. Yeah, that is disappointing. That'd be nice. There are a lot of, like... There's... I mean, like, Steven Universe is such a big, you know, universe, and all of the characters are so fun and creative that there are a lot of things that they could add to this game, or to any Steven Universe game, that would be cool. But I am happy with the game that we got. Hi, kitty.
Don't mind if I do.
Alright, is everybody good here? Yeah, I think we're... Everybody loving. Hi, cat.
Bawagunga!
Are you looking for attention? Yeah, you are. I'm gonna go with... I'm gonna go with defense, because the Don't Mind Me is very useful. Because I'm shooting for that bonus.
All day, air day.
Like, there's an extent to which it doesn't really matter what you pick early on, because like you're going to pick some of those skills a little bit to some degree anyway. So like you're not going to mess up your character build this early in the game, just because there aren't enough points to screw up with. Like, there are things you can do that are certainly suboptimal, but whatever. Yay. A key! We're not going to go that way just yet. Ah! Look. Hi, kitty. Welcome to the stream. And that's what reset charms are for anyway, exactly.
I know I put it in here somewhere. One thingy coming right up.
This is exactly what Amethyst is for. Just a big crowd of people for Amethyst to whip all at once. Ah, the timing, that one screwed me up. The timing there screwed me up. Oh well. And we'll let Amethyst get to kill this last one, just because. Woohoo! Good going, Amethyst.
Leveling up is just the best.
New ability, Ukulele. Play a motivational song that increases his teammate's attack. Effect is interrupted if Steven is hurt or activates another ability. It's also quite a handy move. Alright, what else do we want to start going for this? Yeah, I think we want to... Actually, no, let's get this right away. And I think it's time... I don't know, we really want the Spiky Bubble. That's a good one. The Spiky Bubble is one of his best abilities. Yeah, most of the characters in the game, I tend to make them glass cannons. Except for Steven. Steven usually ends up being my most well-balanced character. Just because... Well, first of all, like, because Steven has the backpack, it's very important for him not to get knocked out. Because if any other character gets knocked out, Steven can just use some of Rose's tears on them and get them back up. If Steven gets knocked out, you're just kind of fucked. Right now, Amethyst is in a bad position. Yeah, look at this. This is terrible. Things first. But yeah, so like Steven, if Steven gets knocked out, you're actually in trouble.
Never surrender.
If anybody else gets knocked out, because if anybody else gets knocked out, you can just use Steven to fix things up with some Rose's tears. But if anybody else gets knocked out, that is not a possibility. It starts to... You know, so you want to give Steven a little bit of defense anyway. And then also he just has a bunch of moves in all 4 of the stat buffs that are actually helpful. What do we want to do? I want to do this. There we go. That's much better. Hello, Mike. Welcome to the stream.
Never give up.
Oh no.
Never surrender.
Oh no! Steven, Bubble! Bubble your girlfriend! You can do it! Hey, you have it out for Connie. There you go.
Must concentrate. That's what I needed.
I could have just used an item there. Oh well. Where are you going? Okay. I'll allow it. Master and Apprentice. They're a little bit redundant since they're both... Having Connie and Pearl in the same party is a little bit redundant because they're both single-target DPS masters, but I just love having the student and the master and the apprentice in the same party. In fact, I've said many, many times that I hope that the next fusion we see isn't... is like, I hope that when we do eventually see...
I've got just the thing.
I hope that if we do eventually see a Rainbow Quartz 2.0, that it's not just Steven and Pearl. I hope it's Stefani and Pearl. I want all three of them in a fusion together.
Oh, wow.
We might have enough light dews now to finish growing that one tree we saw a while back. So let's backtrack a bit and see if we can find it again. Alright. Way back here. Oh, yeah, here it is.
Maybe this? Ooh, I
But then
know.
I think there's a second tree up above this, so we might not be able to finish this little secret area just yet. Nope.
How about... This'll do the trick.
3 enough?
Cheeseburger backpack. I
See.
choose you.
Come on.
Got just this'll do the trick.
Dang it! One more. One short. There's the light, Steven, and the yellow... all the secrets are up there. Dang it. A fusion of Steven and White Pearl. That would be interesting. Kind of depends on, like, if there's enough of White Pearl left to fuse with, really. I mean, there's still so little we know about White Pearl that I hadn't even really considered that possibility. Like, it could happen, depending on what her backstory is and what... and if it's possible to help her, which I think there is. It's like, I don't want to believe that White Pearl is broken beyond repair. But, yeah, so having Steven fuse with her would be interesting. There's that last dew I need. Okay. And then it's time for a boss battle. One of several ways we might find out what the hell is up with her. Yeah, I mean, I see where you're going, but, like, with the state she's in now, fusing with her seems kind of dangerous. Like, it seems like there are less risky ways to get answers. Like, if you're talking about fusing with White Pearl as she is now, that just...
Ooh, I know.
it just seems like a recipe for a mind break. Alright, yeah, I'm happy with kind of getting this.
I've got just the thing.
Plus it seems a little invasive, since I'm not sure White Pearl is fully conscious, so you can't really consent to fusion in that state, so it's like... that seems a little iffy. That whole scenario sounds kind of iffy. Alright. I'm just gonna hit the warp pad. I think the last secret for the area is the secret door to the secret area. Connie consumes the small white boy. Okay, so there's one chest somewhere. Don't remember where. Oh no, I do remember where. Okay, so we have... basically, we've gotten as far as we can in this area. The last two things that we need to get. One is the key to the secret bonus area. And one is a treasure chest that we can't reach from here. We have to reach it from the barn. So, what's the other area left in the game? Oh yeah, it's those two. Okay, so yeah, it's just the boss area, and boss area and the final area. So yeah, we So it's time for a boss. And that sounds like a good cue for a break, actually. So I think I'm happy with this party for the final boss, unless anybody wants to mix it up a bit. What do you think? Connie, Pearl, Amethyst, and Steven for fighting the boss.
I never doubted us for a second.
What do you think, people? Yeah, people are discussing other theories for White Pearl. Yeah, Theory 1, healing her. Theory 2, fusing with her. Another theory would be going inside her gem the same way, a la, what was it? Single Pale Rose, the way we did there. Alternatively, somehow removing her from YD's control. Yeah, that's my thought, is that it's like either getting her out of range, or maybe putting her in a bubble. Like putting her in Steven's bubble. Not like a bubble, like Steven's shield bubble. Like maybe that would break the signal between her and White Diamond. But anyway. So, we are going to pause for a second and break up the video. And we will begin part 3 with a boss battle. So that should be very exciting. By the way, you may have noticed I'm sitting awkwardly like this. It's because there's a cat in my lap now. Here, let me just give you a little... Hi, kitty. Yes, you're a good kitty. Alright. So that's why I look a little awkward in the camera frame now. But let me get this camera back in. Let's see. But yeah, Pumpkin's still visible back there, but I am... There we go. So anyway, that is the end of part 2 of Steven Universe. We got through the forest. We got through the entire forest, and 100%ed everything along the way, I think. Which is very good. So we will see you in part 3, where we will begin with the boss battle of the forest. See you in a minute.